been a while. Welcome back, people. How are we all doing? I know I uploaded a video last week, but I actually filmed that a week before, so it feels like it's been a while since I've picked up the camera and spoken to you guys after prep. To be honest, I've not really done much of an update. I'll be honest, I've just not had the motivation to pick up the camera, and business has been booming. I'm very grateful for that, and my clients obviously take the priority for me. So I've decided to try to make an effort to get back into making consistent YouTube content. So here we are. And what better of a way to kick things off with a full day of eating. I've just finished training. I did my top up day. So a little bit of an update on me before we go on. I'm now 8 weeks post-show. My scale weight is around about 85, 86 kilos. It's kind of fluctuating between those two. I did have a burger yesterday, so it's bumped up to 86. But before that, it had been like consistently around 85. My lowest weight of prep was 78 kilos. And my last stage weight was 81, I believe. So I'm only about 6 to 7 kilos up from stage weight in the space of 8 weeks. So that's good going, in my opinion. You know, you want to gain a decent amount of body fat from a health standpoint, and just to feel fucking normal again and not have those cravings. That's what I did. So I feel like I've managed it pretty well. In terms of training, it's flying, absolutely flying. I'm loving it. I wrote myself a new training plan. Obviously, I'm self-coaching now. New training plan, first time running a 6-day split. So on my Tuesday, which would normally be a rest day, I'm now putting in what I call a top-up session, which is basically additional volume for arms, delts, calves, abs, and forearms actually, because my forearms are skinny as fuck. There were some photos that I took during prep where I was like, wow. It looks like I've got zero muscle on my forearms. So forearms are being worked on. Now what I'm doing to actually focus on those is, in that session I've got 3 sets of wrist curls. I'm doing hammer curls on 2 different days. And I've stopped using straps for my pulling movements, which I thought would be an issue, but it's actually not been at all. Like, my grip is not giving way. When it comes to big heavy hinges like an SLDL, or if I do a split squat where I have to hold a heavy weight, then yeah, I'll obviously use straps. But my pulling movements, I've not needed straps. Like, I can actually take the muscle to failure, and my forearms or my grip strength doesn't give way before. So that's a win, and that's going to help with forearm development. So cool. Other things to note, Kat's moving in with me, which is very exciting. So the original plan was for me to move in with her. However, her rent went up, and it was already a lot of money. And after having a discussion, she actually said, why don't I just move in with you? Which was my original, which is what I wanted to do originally. However, she kind of thought that the space would be a bit too small, and I kind of agreed it was quite small, but you know, we can find a way to make it work, and that's what we're doing. So we're going to Jamaica in 2 weeks' time. When we come back from that, it's going to be all guns blazing. And that's when she's going to move in. Just had a notification from Sneakers. 2 orders confirmed. Come on, tell me I've got the shoes. Okay, not bad. I've just entered, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, we got the Travis Scott Jordan fleece trousers and the men's t-shirt, both in light bone. So that's a result. I wanted the shoes, but I've not won. Gutted. Oh well. Drop a comment down below if you are a bit of a sneakerhead and you just sit on Sneaker app waiting for those drops. What was I saying? So yeah, Jamaica in 2 weeks' time. Then it's all guns blazing. She'll be moving all of her stuff across. So she should be moved in by the end of the year. And that's about it. Like I said, business is going well. Extremely grateful to be doing what I'm doing. The clients that I'm all working with at the moment are incredible. I love each and every one of them. I've had it in the past where I've had a couple of tricky clients, and at the moment everyone I'm working with we get on so well, and I'm, like I said, extremely grateful for that. New inquiries coming through, so yeah, everything's looking good. Other than that, we're all good. So we're actually going to crack on with what I wanted to do in the video today, full day of eating. Now I'm macro tracking at the moment. My calorie target is 3,000, protein 240, fats are around 50 I believe, and the rest filled in with carbs. So to be honest, I eat different things on different days, and I'm really enjoying that. So I've just finished training, like I said. First meal I'm going to have in probably about an hour after doing some check-ins. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be eggs, baked beans, bagel, something like that. Maybe a bit of granola, we'll see. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Full day of eating coming your way. Okay, it is now coming up to 9:30. About an hour and a half after I finished training. Check-ins went a little bit over. Also had to run to the shop to get myself a Monster because I've run out and I have to have a Monster with my check-ins. So what we're going with for meal one, 1 can of baked beans, 2 bacon medallions, 2 eggs, 1 bagel thin, and 100 grams of egg whites. And I'm also going to throw some veg in with that as well. For me, I know I get a lot hungrier towards the back end of the day. By the way, I did train fasted as well, just had some carbs in my intra. So yeah, what I do is I tend to backload a lot of my calories. I have like a larger meal lasting in the day to avoid cravings and temptations. You know, so that last meal is going to be something special, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, going to cook this up and enjoy. Here's what we got then for meal one. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got 2 bagel thins. There's a bacon medallion on each of them. Scrambled eggs, so 2 eggs, 150 grams of egg whites actually, just to bump the protein up. And then we've got 200 grams of baked beans. And what I'm going to do here is get some of these beans on like that. Beautiful. So the macros for this meal will be up on the screen. Cheers. Oh yes. As always, stupendous. Next meal of the day, going down. Ignore the mess, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I've got a PT soon. If you don't pan fry your food, what the fuck are you doing? Honestly, makes it taste so much better when you warm it up in a pan. So in this meal we've got 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of lentils, 250 grams of chicken, that same veg mix as earlier, and 60 grams of avocado. Healthy, we like it. But yeah, I actually did my rice a little bit differently this time. In the rice cooker, I used a chicken stock as well as some steak seasoning. Now this seasoning, people, which you can get from Amazon, is fucking unreal. 0 calories, gluten-free, no MSG, no artificial flavours. And yeah, absolutely slaps. Like I put it on my veg, rice, chicken, beef, everything. And it's so much better buying seasonings and stuff like that from Amazon because you can get a huge tub like that. Obviously it's a little bit more than the smaller ones, but like you get so much more out of them. And I think that was like 10 quid and it lasts a long time. So yeah, this is meal 2. I'll put the calories up soon. We'll do a little taste test, eh? It's too loud! Turn it down! Meal 2. Coming in at 11:15. So yeah, I'm gonna waft this down, head to the gym for a PT. Calories are up on the screen. Cheers. Chicken and rice doesn't have to be boring, people. That is unbelievable. We've got some Chula hot sauce as well. A little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mayo. Top tier. Just got back from PT, so sitting down for meal number 3. I am just having 4 meals a day at the moment. Mainly because I want to be able to spend more time cooking each meal. And I find if I'm making 5, then it's a lot of time to spend cooking. So I'd rather just cut it down to 4. You know, there's no real additional benefit you get from having 5 meals or 6 meals. I think a lot of people fall into the trap of thinking that you need to have that many meals because a lot of top level bodybuilders do, when the reason they're having that many meals is because the volume of food they're eating requires them to space out their protein servings due to being able to digest the food better. At the end of the day, as long as you can get your calories and your protein in, that's the goal. And whether you get that in from 2 or 3 or 4 meals, it doesn't really fucking matter, to be honest. So just have as many meals as you need. So just have the right amount of meals that digest well with you and suits your lifestyle. So this is meal number 3, coming in at 3:15. And we've got 200 grams of tuna, so 2 tins. 100 grams of chickpeas, 75 grams of rice, same veg mix, and then we've got 160 grams of an apple as well. So you'll see a lot of the foods that I get in are like nutrient dense, whole foods, minimally processed, and like I like to follow the 80-20 rule, and I preach about this to my clients as well. 80% of the foods I get in are clean. The other 20% is the sweet treats we all like, you know. Like yesterday, I had a burger with a client. He didn't want to train. I could tell he was extremely stressed, had a lot going on in his personal life, and that was the last session we were having together. So I just said, do you actually want to train today? Should we just go and get some food and a drink? And he said, yeah, I'd love that, man. So we went to Cambridge, we had a bite to eat together, and we just had a good chat, and it was great. So yeah, 80-20 rule. Live by it. Especially with Christmas coming around the corner, plenty of pigs in blankets will be consumed. Not as good as the last meal. Too much tuna, to be honest, but I need to hit that protein goal. It's still alright. It's edible. Macros for the meal, up on the screen. I've got to get this down. And I've got another PT. Someone's just signed up to the team, so looking forward to working with her. Beth, if you're watching, you're probably not, but welcome. And that is meal number 3. Meal number 4 is going to be special, so stay tuned for it. Right. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. So like I said earlier, I like saving a lot of my calories to the final meal of the day because this is the part where I start to get a little bit hungrier. In saying that, I'm not like crazy hungry. It's just because I've been so busy today. But I've got about 1,000 calories left to play with. So we're doing an apple pie / blueberry baked oats. So I'm using these apple and blueberry baked oats sachets along with blueberry muffin cream of rice, and then I'm mixing that with oat milk, baking powder, some banana and maple peanut butter, bit of baking powder, and then I'm doing a coconut whey paste on top with some cinnamon in there as well, and of course an apple. So yeah, I'm kind of winging this a little bit, but if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you would have seen that I've got a bit of an obsession with baked oats at the moment. So this is a new creation that I've come up with. So yeah, we're going to slap it all together and see how it goes. Should I tell you how to make it? We'll see. Alright, I've caved. I'll tell you how to make it. It's fine, it's fine. So, first up, tell you what, let's get a different angle here. Alright, so, baking tray, onto the scales to 0. 2 sachets. Into the bowl. Oh, they smell delightful. That comes out at 74 grams of oats, which is how much I've tracked. And then we've got 30 grams of cream of rice, and then 5 grams of baking powder. Just to add a bit of a chocolatey taste, I'm going to go in with 10 grams of cocoa powder. Calories on that are minimal, by the way, as well. Like 10 grams is 22 calories. So just adds that chocolatey taste to it. And then what I'm going to do is half of the apple, which is 170 grams of an apple, I think. 167, sorry. I'm going to do half of it in with the mix, and then half of it layered on top. Now before that goes in, we're going to go in with 5 grams of cinnamon, 20 grams of peanut butter. By the way, this peanut butter from M&S is top tier. Banana maple peanut butter. It's fucking incredible. Bosh, whack that in there. Some pink salt. Now I could do with like a mini whisk here or something, but I'm going to attempt to do this with a spoon. Actually, you know what? Let's give the big boy whisk a try. And we'll start with 150 ml of oat milk. We're doing 200 ml of oat milk apparently. Give it a good whisk. Right, my battery's going to die on that. So the next step is to whack it in the air fryer. And then once that's cooked, I'm going to charge this and then layer on the rest of it. So stay tuned. Wow. Tell you what, the smell coming from this air fryer right now is something spectacular. You ready for this? Oh my God. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to let this cool down, and and then we're gonna dig in. Final addition to add on to this, obviously the whey paste. Bang in. And then I've got this cinnamon honey. 15 grams of that. No, I'm not weighing it out. I just know roughly about how much 15 grams is. Not that much. So you've got to polish off the protein. Just look at that. That is spectacular. Calories for this one up on the screen. Of course. Wow. That is insane. Fuck me. That might be one of the best I've made. Well, I've done myself. And that will wrap things up for today's full day of eating. I like to do a bit of an outro when I edit this video, so catch you then. Just finishing up the edit for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. A bit more of like a raw style than what I usually post. Mainly because I'm very busy and I haven't got a lot of time to edit this, so I've kind of slapped it together, but it's a bit more raw. So you'll have to let me know down in the comments if you prefer this type of content, or you know, like the jump cut scenes, trying to make it a little bit more watchable, I like to call it. But yeah, that is today's full day of eating. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to try and keep these coming. I'm going to do hopefully a Jamaica vlog, so that'll be interesting. Honestly, if you haven't been to Jamaica or the Caribbean islands, I fucking highly recommend it. It's one of, if not the best country I've ever been to, and it's currently 30 degrees out there, so I can't wait for that. And we're going not this Sunday, the Sunday after, so can't fucking wait. It's Friday today, by the way. Hope you enjoyed. If you got this far, fair play. Catch you in the next one. See ya.